You know, movies, books, TV shows, everything. Basically, they're about storytelling. And all those very good writers, they're great storytellers. And great leaders are great storytellers. And trainers, coaches, teachers, they're great storytellers as well. And who is not a great storyteller? And then if your parents are great storytellers, and I guess that you're more than happy to have a conversation with your parents. And that's why storytelling, this technique, as I always said, storytelling is an art. Art is something that would not get outdated. Art is something that arouses people's imagination and creativity all the time. And that's why I would say storyteller is an ultimate weapon, more than it's something old-fashioned. And those people who know how to use storytelling in the boardroom presentation, they live a successful stories, a successful life. It's because facts and information, there's just too many facts and information out there. That how can you present all the facts in one go? But one thing is, use storytelling technique is easy to establish the connection. Now, once the connection is established, people are willing to have the second meeting with you. So, non-stop storytelling, that's always the key to success. Okay, it's scientifically proved that our human brains are wired to retain and understand stories. And one thing is, very interestingly, is that maybe a lot of people dare not pay attention to the fact that our unconscious mind is even more powerful. And the language of our unconscious mind is metaphors. And metaphors are forever very important in storytelling. And if you pay attention to those advertisements, you will see that a lot of the advertisements, even movie scripts and books, whatever, they will just include a lot of metaphors because that's how our brain processes information. So if you master storytelling skills, for sure that you will live a successful life in all aspects. And your story, whichever story it is, it has its own value because you never know who is connected with your story. A very basic, very simple story. If you're willing to tell, there must be people who are willing to listen and then share your story with others as well. My favorite story is forever my own stories because I live with all my stories for my entire life. If they're not my favorite stories, then what stories are my favorites? Of course, I have to love my own life stories. And so that's why I said, if I really have to pick, I pick my own stories. It's not being arrogant. It's just that the stories shape who I am. I love who I am. So you have to love who you are as well. So I love my stories. I believe that everybody is a born storyteller. You just have a lot to tell. Now, think when you were young, a kid. Every day after school, when you went back home, the first thing that you did was, Mom, you know what, today, you know, then you just kept talking.